And I promise that isn't on purpose. Got to wrap up at Billy's before I get in my truck and get here. So if it says 10:30 and it's a couple minutes after, it's because it's impossible to determine what time we're going to end at. I just have to put in a time for a space holder. So just waiting for Tom here. He should be joining any time. But yeah, no guests this week. It was just us kicking it, I guess. But can't really complain. All good now? Can you guys hear me? All that fun stuff? Yeah, no Tom as of yet, but that's all right. Paul, Jesus, you're on fire, man. Yeah, I don't really know what to go into because tonight was more just talking about some random shit. What's up, Dylan? Lissa's here. Chad, Sal, Cody, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Um, Man, I should just start making a backup plan for if Tom doesn't show up. Because it's going to be really hard for me to read comments and do all this at the same time. Um, what's up, Corey? Thanks for stopping in. I'm still waiting on Chad. Or Chad, Tom. I just. Sorry. Oh, I'm not. No, I'm not sorry. Tom's not here yet. Fuck it. Might as well be Chad. At least Chad's here. I would get Corey in, but I don't want to just throw her or throw that at her out of nowhere. And I mean, if she's willing, I'll pull over here and send her the link. But yeah. So, is there anything people want me to talk about? Um, Projects, combos, whatever. Corey's in her jammies. I don't blame you. It's like 10:30 here. I wish I was in my pajamas. What's up, Chris? Oh, Masma's here too. How's it going, everybody? I apologize that this is a little boring right now. I don't know where the hell Tom is, but oh, Antoine, that's a good one. Um, the importance of transparency in certain projects is really really touchy subject because I feel like the whole keeping all the info on the DL is very much an old school way of being in this hobby. Um, it's a really easy way to mess people up, screw people over. Um, it's hard to be credible while you're hiding certain information, especially in an age where information is literally seconds away at any given time. I think Tom's here. There he is. There he goes.
I'm on YouTube. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera. I said I'm on YouTube. No, I'm just adjusting my camera.
That's all good. You left me hanging here for like 5 minutes.
Well, you said 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, I got 10 minutes. I'm just gonna fucking when the podcast is over, I'll just go set everything up for the live.
No worries. Yeah. So this is something Antoine just asked, but the importance of transparency in certain projects. Um, I think in this day and age, um, especially with how many people have invested a lot of money into um, our hobby, I don't really think there's a whole lot of place for secrets, especially when other people have invested money in stuff that those secrets might have, you know what I mean, might have changed their mind on investing in to begin with. So, yeah, I just think people should be transparent. I don't have any um, secret animals or secret pairings. I don't hide stuff from people. I have no reason to. So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. You know, it's one thing if you're working on something and you just want to, you know, keep kind of a little on the wraps for a short period because, you know, you don't want to talk about it and have it fucking blow up in your face and be shit. And you want to at least
Well,
wait until, you know, something hatches or something. But to keep it for years at a, you know, for a year, 2 years, keep it a secret, that sucks. That's shitty.
well, there's a difference between working on a Dinker project and wanting to make sure you establish something before putting it out there, and working on a project people are already actively in, having information and not sharing it. Um, those are two totally different things, in my opinion. If you're working on something and say a couple other people here or there are also working on it, and you guys are kind of just keeping it amongst yourselves until you have an idea of what it is and want to release it widely, then okay. Sorry, somebody hit a skunk or something here. Wow, my eyes are going to start watering.
Really? A skunk? Really?
This has never happened to me before. It is that strong. Wow, that
I
is
used to hate skunks. I used to hate the
something.
smell of skunks. It doesn't bother me anymore, though.
Um,
All right, let's see. Uh, yes, David has secrets. Yes, David's a douchebag. I mean, nice guy. It's hot in here, Elliot. It's like fucking 90 degrees in this room right now for some reason. I'm sweating my balls off. That's why I'm all red.
I mean, you should probably turn that down. That's pretty warm.
It's not probably actually that hot. It's probably in the mid 80s, though. It's fucking hot.
That's fair. Now, when your room
Yes,
gets to that
Jason.
temp, do you turn all your supplementary heat off?
Say again?
When your room gets that warm, do you turn all your supplementary heat off, all your belly heat, since you're
Okay,
now at
so
ambient temps?
my room here is it fluctuates. This year I haven't run its own heater in here to keep it at temp. Last year I kept it like 82 all winter. This year I've kind of left everything open, like the door to the room and stuff. It's all open, and there's not a standalone heater in here. Um, so no, everything is normal with the
So you don't
thermostat.
try to keep it mid 80s, is what you're telling me. It's usually
No,
below that.
yeah, like I said, last year I tried to keep it at 82 just to keep a little work off of the um the thermostat and the heat tape and just kind of help it stay steady. This
Right.
year I haven't felt the need to. I did some stuff with my windows which had to be replaced to help with drafts for the time being. I replaced part of the windows in my house and I just paused and haven't done the rest because they're not visible. So I was like, I can wait. Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, it's hard to shell out money for anything really, like, and especially when you're working on stuff and you're trying to invest in yourself and stuff like that, and then to have those other expenses come up, it's sometimes a little harder of a pill to swallow than normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really
I've had
sucks when those life expenses get in the way of
everything.
what's that?
I said everything.
Basically, yeah, but especially if there's something like you really want to get for a project or whatever, right? And you're trying to put some money away or chip down at a tab, and you know what I mean. All the shit just sort of comes up. Like it happens to everybody. It just
Yeah.
really sucks.
Yeah. Again, I mean, this year I had I had replaced my hot water heater. Um, Changed up the whole setup, thinking it would wind up being cheaper in the long run. Instead, it was like I estimated it would probably cost me like $700. It was like $1,500. I did all the work myself, so I saved money by doing it myself. But all the different plumbing shit I had to change. Then as I was changing shit, other shit was breaking. My water sucks here, so it's a nightmare. Anyway, so it wound up being like almost $1,500, and then the wife's car was broken, and that was almost 5 grand.
Jeez.
And then I got that back from the shop, and because it sat for a few months, the fucking calipers in the rear were seized up, so I had to do brakes all around and calipers in the rear at like $180 a caliper, big ass
Jesus.
rotors, and fucking it was just nonstop. So yeah, it really does suck sometimes.
Are you keeping an eye on the chat by chance?
I'm trying to.
Just wondering if there's any questions or whatever.
Nah, just people being. It's like the podcast right now. I haven't seen anything important, but I'm gonna scroll through just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
And I saw somebody ask at the very end of the podcast. No, I do not have to go pick up rats today. Um, they are already at my apartment, so I'm going home to feed and hope that some of that. So basically, what I did today was I fed off all the mediums because those are the quickest to chew out of their boxes. I don't get a lot of mediums because I only give those to the big girls. And then I fed off all of my rat fuzzies to all my hatchlings, just because I wanted to give them a good 2-3 hour window because I have a few that I'm trying to get onto fuzzies. That one girl that I just picked up, the pastel, super black pastel, possible asphalt slash super asphalt, 66% lavender female, was on ASF hoppers. So I threw a rat fuzz in with her, and she struck and coiled it. I'm just really praying that she eats it because if I can get her on rats right away, that'll be awesome, especially 2 days after I got her home. Um, I don't know if anybody looked really closely at the picture, but she's got a very small cleft lip. It actually um, goes right into one of her heat pits. So there was a small concern when she hatched that she would have trouble eating, but it doesn't look like there is, which is great. So yeah.
Man, Chad and Paul were lighting me up before I was here.
Well, I accidentally called you Chad because you took too long to get here.
It doesn't take Chad long to get there.
What's Dylan's question? It's a little too long for me to read.
Yeah, that's what
Very
I'm reading
last
right
comment.
now. Do either of you have a plan in case you get hurt or sick and can't take care of your snakes, or God forbid dies? Do you have any plans for someone to take over the snakes?
I already talked about that on the podcast. Um, Luckily, I have a 50-50 business partner, Nick. So he would take over everything. The understanding would be that he would sell off uh, a little bit of it because I imagine it would probably be too much for him to handle on his own anyway if he took care of the entire collection. And the hope would be that he would, make sure Sarah was set up for a little while, and make sure that she didn't have any like out-of-pocket costs, um, whether that be my debt or dealing with anything else, sort of following from that. And then Nick would just carry on, and he'd probably change the name if I wasn't part of it, I imagine. But who knows? Maybe he wouldn't. But we're pretty okay in that regard, thankfully. And I know my wife would definitely step up and help Nick out in the um, process, and she'd help research prices and all that kind of stuff for anything they were selling. So I'm lucky in that regard. What about you, Tom? I imagine just leaving it all to
We
everybody else there.
actually we're trying to. We actually have, after that came up recently with Billy and Antoine in the live. We actually were like, huh, yeah, we probably should figure something out like that. Um, so it's something that we've actually been discussing recently, and that we kind of have a plan.
That's good.
Animals, I'm not sure because Like obviously we have 3 kids, so if something happened to both of us, it'd be a whole different story. If something happened to me, she can handle everything on her own. If something happened to her, I can handle everything on my own. I might have to go. We'd both probably have to get a little help out, outside just because of work and such. And
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, one of us died, so we'd be like, oh my god. Um, but if we both something happened, we both died, or the kids would probably go to her parents, well, her dad anyway. And so he's not gonna be able to do anything with the animals, nor would he want to. So we'd probably have some sort of letter so that the executor sends them to like somebody like Nick and Jules, and they could kind of have first picks and then sell off, and give the money to like a trust fund for the
Fair enough.
kids.
Yeah.
Or Nick and Jules are great people. Obviously TJ is really into this and wants to do this when he's actually older, so they'd probably hang on to some animals so that he, when he came of age and could do it on his own, that he had all this stuff already. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The other thing I forgot to mention is I think it was Alyssa that asked in the podcast chat, but she was like, "Oh, well, what if something happens with you and Nick?" And I didn't. I kind of read it and I didn't have a chance to answer because I'm sure Billy was going on about something. But at the time, I kind of thought to myself like, "Oh, when would something happen to both of us?" But at the end of the day, we are together a fair bit. We're business partners, so I guess it is plausible. But if that were to happen, I'm extremely fortunate that Sierra is actually pretty um, comfortable talking to Billy. Like Sierra actually used to come in once every couple months and give us a hand at the facility. Way back, we don't talk about that a lot. Not sure why. There's no reason we don't. But like Sierra knows Billy, so um, I don't have any concern that he wouldn't at least offer her, a bit of money to sort of take um, the burden off her hands and make sure she's taken care of. So, um, I mean, probably should talk to him about that, but I have no doubt that he'd at least make sure if he wouldn't want anything, he'd at least help her out. So,
Yeah, and I'm sure he would reach out in the event of anyway. And
oh yeah, for sure.
um, yes, Corey, plans do need to be formalized for the kids. That is the important one. Um, Antoine says, "How many clutches are you guys expecting this year?"
So we're breeding 40 girls this year. I think we bred about 28 last year, and we got like 18 clutches, I want to say. So we're doubling that. Um, and it's already looking pretty good. I had my first ovulation of 2021, literally the day of New Year's, which is pretty cool. And then I just ultrasounded yesterday or the day before after getting my ultrasound back from Billy. He had it for about a month, and I have quite a few more girls that are well on their way, let's say. So, um, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty good year for us. So I would hope anywhere from like 30 to 35 would be nice. But I mean, if I get 20, 25 clutches, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. And we are hoping somewhere probably between 20 and 25 at the moment. With what we have ready now and what we're hoping will be ready um throughout the year. Could be a little more, could be a little less. Um, I'd be happy with really anything more than last year. Um, so anything more than 2 would be good. But I'm hoping to be somewhere around 2025.
That's a substantial jump. I would highly suggest not making that drastic of a jump because even this year for us, not 2020, 2019, I think we had a really low producing season. I think we did like 7 or 8 clutches. Um, just a bad combo of males not being ready and stuff like that, and the females just not wanting to do their thing. And going from like 2 or 3 the year before to even 8 or 9 in 2019 was a lot to deal with. But then going from 8 or 9 to almost 20 this year, I was constantly out of room. Like just constantly. I thought I was prepared and I was not prepared. Luckily, financially I was prepared to feed them all, and luckily it all worked out. Nick had some space, we could move some snakes around, but oh man, it gets to be a lot really fast, especially when you have lots of babies. So
Yeah,
just
for sure.
be prepared.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, how it's set up right now, how it's looking. Again, it'll be spread out over the year, so I mean, it won't be like I'll have. Well, obviously, I might have leftover animals from the first clutch when I'm having the last clutch, but I'll have the space. We breed our own rats. Breed our own ASF.
Yeah, I mean, if you're breeding your own, you're probably in a better position. I just worry about space, right? Like as long as you have the space to hold back every snake, just in case, worst case scenario, nothing sells until your last eggs are hatching. Like that's a lot of space, but it's also a lot of time
Yep,
and feeding, and it's just time. It's a ton of time. Um, like
for sure.
I work full time. I probably spend 2 to 3 hours in my snake room after work every day, and then if I miss a day, I generally have to spend most of the day Saturday or Sunday doing snake stuff. So, and that's with about like 120 animals maybe at my place. So
Yes.
it gets to be a lot.
Yeah, I'm at like 2/3 of what you're at
Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
ish because I'm right around 80-ish.
Yeah, mid this season, I really pared down and got rid of some females I didn't need because I don't know. Um, you buy a lot of stuff and you think you have plans for it, and then by the time it's ready to go, you've already made or bought something sort of beyond that. So luckily I pared down. So what the hell? Um, anyway, so my amount of snakes isn't as crazy as it could have been right now. I could have been around like 150, 160. But yeah, I'm probably sitting around 110, 120. And I mean, it is manageable. See, I got really lucky this year. My first clutch sold basically out of the egg. They were all clowns and basically just friends reached out and all wanted animals. And there was only one exceptionally good snake in the whole clutch. It was the lesser leopard clown. Yeah, it was a clown to a clown. I hit 5 clowns and they all flew out the door. And then we missed clowns for the rest of the year. So I definitely jinxed myself.
Can you guys hear me, Chris?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the camera's doing. This happened to Casey the other night when she was doing hers. And
Yeah, I saw that happen to
it
Casey.
just makes no fucking sense. It's fine.
There
Look.
you are. Does it run on USB power source?
Yeah.
That could be
Well,
it. Yeah, your whatever
it's
you're
well,
using as a power source is not keeping up.
no, it's battery. It's just being funky. It's a beta app though, so I mean, I guess that could be it.
Oh,
Like right now, I have to have the GoPro webcam preview up for it to be up on the screen. If I put it down, I lose it on here too. So I don't
that's
know.
weird.
Yeah, it's retarded. Fuck it. Um, see, I was answering questions and I kind of lost the handle on the chat here. People really lighten up the chat.
Hey, you guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking spectacular. Just trying to see if I missed any actual. Okay, there's Antoine's question. Um,
Some dick wallet stole my parking spot.
oh,
What?
son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go slash some tires. It's all good.
I used to hate that when I lived at the apartment complex I used to live.
That's all right. I'm just gonna steal someone else's. Somebody's gonna be cursing about me when they get home. So it just goes on and on.
Thank you, Corey. It'll be easier space wise when I win that giveaway for the ARS rack, you know,
That's funny.
or when it's about to stop on my name and then just boop, right past it.
Oh.
Amy wants to know how she can order one of your wife's hilarious cross stitch arts.
So you can reach out to Sierra on her page, which is the Salty Stitcher, or just reach out to us. I have no problem arranging it for her. She doesn't care either. They're anywhere from 20 to 35 bucks, depending on Canadian, depending on what you're looking for. So yeah, just shoot me a message and I can get you all settled in there. She's got some really cool stuff. Kind of died down in production before Christmas because she was doing some custom work for family, but now she's back at it. So
Yeah, that digital portrait she did is fucking awesome.
of my mom's dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I couldn't believe it. Like when I went and picked the prints up for her, I saw them and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like it looks like a picture. It's
When I first seen it online, I was like, well, that's a cool picture. And then I read, I was like, holy shit! I'm like looking at my screen, I'm like, whoa.
yeah, she's. And the weird part is she's only been doing the digital art stuff for like 4 months, so she picked that up fast. Like holy crap! But oh, Amy's Sal's wife. All right, well, I'll wait for Sal to message me.
I'm still catching up on comments. Corey's planning for 41, but lots of new girls, so hoping for 20. I think Antoine said he was looking at 40-ish.
Nice. Antoine saying back to the AA talk. Um, I don't want to dip back onto that right now because I literally just got home and I still have to feed everything. So I think I can't remember. I was messaging them during the ladies live on Saturday, but I think I have a live set up with Niviel for Wednesday. I'll have to double check, but I have no problem. And then I told Antoine I want to set up a live with him too. So I
That'll
mean,
be
we'll have
nice.
lots of time to discuss that. I think it's a really cool topic of conversation. I don't think we touched upon it enough on the podcast. Um, and I think there's a lot of avenues to look at it from. Just like Billy was only thinking of, taking it and selling it versus other options. So yeah, I think there's a lot there to be discussed.
Yeah,
But
you've been
anyway,
setting that.
guys.
You've been. Oh,
Nope.
I was gonna say
What's that?
you've been working on setting that live up with Nick and Jules for a while now.
Yeah, well, because the first time I was trying to set it up with them, we had a plan, and then I think I had to cancel for work, and then we tried to reschedule. It didn't work, and then it kind of just fell off. And I was like, "Fuck! I'm doing the lives on YouTube now. Might as well actually get them going beyond just the Aftercast." Um, so yeah, I don't know when it'll be starting though. If it's if I'm doing the live with them on Wednesday, it won't be that one. But I want to start doing a series that's Friday Night Lives, and just do from like 7 Eastern to 9 Eastern on Fridays, and just grab a random person, grab a couple drinks, and see where the conversation gets to by the end of the night. So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, we're working on our first video. I wanted to have it up the other day, but we actually haven't even recorded it yet. We've actually been just going over what we want to discuss in the video. We're gonna do like an introduction type video. Um,
That's fair.
but it should be up within the next week. It'll be up.
Nice.
Um, so
I think our next video is going to be our top holdbacks from last year. which I was going to do before I heard Billy talking about it, but I guess it's not really an original idea anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then after that, I'm not too sure where we're going with it. I'm going to focus a lot on the lives. Luckily for Christmas, I got a new podcast set up, mic, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, it should be fun. I just got to figure out how to get it all set up.
Nice.
All right, Tom, everybody else, I got to kick off. Got to go feed a whole bunch of snakes and stay up for another 3 hours. So, yeah, hope everybody had a great Monday night, and hope this wasn't too boring, especially before Tom got here because I was just talking to nothing.
They enjoy it. They enjoy it.
But yeah, appreciate everybody. Hope everybody has a good night and all that other fun stuff. And you too, Tom.
You as well, Chris. If you want to chit chat while you're doing work, shoot me a text or call me.
Will do, buddy. See
Have
you
a
later,
good night,
guys.
everyone.